I've known Dr. J.M. Reddy for over 40 years in England and America. As a close friend, whenever any problem, in the family, I always depended on him. One time I remember he called me and you never know whether he's serious or making a joke and his little finger has been cut. I said, J.M., don't joke with me. He said, no, true, come over whenever you can. So he took care of her. These are the same instructions I've given to all my family, saying that, anytime something happens, just go there, don't even wait for me. So that's the kind of friend I can depend on. I wish him all the best as long as he works. So good luck, JM.
I've known Dr. J.M. Reddy since my college days and over a period of 40 years. He was my senior in the college. We both were trained in England and our wavelength is same in dealing with the patient's care. He is the finest anesthetist. I feel comfortable when he is around while I am operating. I thank him for all the help he has given over the years.
It's been a very long and a very good association with him. Worked with him for the past nearly 10 years. Not only some professionally related things, we have learnt many other things also even with him, which was really helpful for us. His guidance and blessings will be always there with us. He is just like our shield.
J.M. Reddy sir is a very good anesthesiologist and at the same time a very good human being. Since 10 years what I observed in him was he is always there to help us from anesthesia point of view. He used to share his knowledge with us and used to teach us many new good anesthesiology techniques. We go to him with a new technique or a new method of giving anesthesia or giving some block or whatever it is. He always supported us and at the same time he is always enthusiastic in learning all the new techniques. Personally, is just like a father to all of us.
డాక్టర్ జేఎం రెడ్డి గారు మంచి వ్యక్తిత్వం కలిగిన వ్యక్తి, అందరితోనూ కలిసిమెలిసి ఉంటారు, అందరినీ అర్థం చేసుకునే వ్యక్తి కూడాను. సార్కి చాలా సంవత్సరాల అనస్థీషియా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉంది. అలాంటి వ్యక్తి దగ్గర పనిచేయడం చాలా గర్వంగా చెప్పుకుంటాం. దేవుడు వారికి ఐశ్వర్యాలు ఇవ్వగలరని కోరుకుంటూ థ్యాంక్ యూ.
J.M. Reddy sir is the most experienced anesthetist in the Twin Cities. He got 40 years experience in the anesthesia and he is considered as a legend in the anesthesiology, and he is very disciplined and punctual in everything. I'm so happy to working with him. Thank you.
My association with J.M. Reddy sir is more than about 10 years, 14 years I can say actually. And the best thing about him is the judgment. He knows which case is going to have problems. That's important point for any physician or a clinician to know. Greatness about him is the junior most fellow, if he comes out with a good thing or he does a good procedure or which is scientific, he will accept it. Personally, see, I am very much attached to him, and anything I can approach him easily and he helps me, he guides me.
Dr. J.M. Reddy, popularly known as JM, is known to me since 92. He has been my anesthetist since 93. I think I have no doubt that most of our surgeries were performed successfully because of his good anesthetic backup, and he was always there when we wanted in the operation theatre. And the amount of support he gave me inside the theatre in the first decade of my practice here cannot be described in words. It was great, and I really owe a lot of my work, endoscopic surgeries, difficult operations, very high risk patients to JM, without whom I don't think I would be a surgeon, a urologist here today. A solid mental and physical status and the ability to cope with stress, strain, and difficult situations is amazing. I think he is the best, most ideally made man to be an anesthetist. I enjoyed a lot of friendship and outside the theatre with him, and we had a wonderful time. I wish him all the best and many years to come. I hope he will be associated with us, and I wish him all the best.
For the past 20 years that I have known him, I found that what stand out are his commitment to family, friends and work. To elaborate further, he is a very committed family man and can always be banged upon in times of crisis, of course to share the happy times as well. Regarding friends, I've seen the old friendships are still intact, and I've met the same people on and off over the last 20 years, but I've found a whole bunch of new friends added on to the old ones. He holds them in high regard and has his best times with them. Regarding his work, I've found that he's very professional, turns up for work even now on time. By his positive experience of going to the West and coming back and joining here. There you go, anyway, he's a man for all seasons. I hope he stays the way he is, active as ever, and we all hope the best for him.
I would describe my father as a simple, down-to-earth person whose actions speak louder than his words. From my earliest memories, I've always found him helpful and accommodating in most situations. From what I have seen and heard, he gets along very well with his colleagues and hospital staff, and I hope he and Apollo continue this fruitful association in the years to come. As a father, I don't think there are words to describe him. He's just the best. Love you, Dad.
Well, we've all heard about how he's a great doctor and he's a great person, but I'd like to add a few words about how he's an amazing father and grandfather. We've learned so much from him about humility and about working hard. In fact, he's someone who doesn't say that he loves you. He's someone who shows it in his own way. And in fact, even a single tear from either of his daughter's eyes will bring his whole world to a halt. I'm glad I've had this opportunity to say things about my father that I otherwise wouldn't have said to him personally. Thanks, Dad. Love you.